Remember when a new game would come out and people would go to the midnight release for said game? Remember when you'd be excited for the new game and couldn't wait to play with your friends long into the night? Remember when people were excited for the US military to roll through Iraq and kill hundreds of thousands of civilians? We don't get excited anymore. About things that matter anyway. I was driving the other day and an ad came up while I was listening to a video or music or whatever, and it was a Chick-fil-A ad. It was a guy, a real customer they said, probably not. He exclaimed that he was excited for the new chicken sandwich to come back. Honey Chipotle or something like that. And of course, it was an exaggerated ad. This guy was paid to sound extremely excited about this sandwich. He was probably just a struggling voice actor living in the worst part of Seattle, all of it. But it made me think, wow, this is what we get excited about now. People in the 50s got excited to go to war and kill foreigners. Now we get excited about homophobic sandwiches. That sandwich called me a faggot. And we're excited. We're excited for products, for things. We should be excited for events, for happenings. I'm excited for the coming conflict between the US and China. I'm excited to shoot paratroopers in my backyard. We should be excited about the many small guerrilla conflicts popping up in third world countries every hour on the hour. That sandwich told me I was going to hell for thinking Kit Harington is attractive. It's a bigoted sandwich. We should be excited about solar flares and the poles switching. We should be excited about midget wrestling, not a sandwich that says things like it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. We should be excited about becoming obese and dying at 34 and not living long enough to see our children barely graduate from high school. Kids get excited about Fortnite skins now when they should be excited about podcasts. Who's on Joe Rogan? It's a guy who murdered someone and put their head in a fridge. Who's on The View? Who's the next guest on The View? Puff? Is it Puff? There's a new birth control dropping. It's a male birth control. You rub it on your cock and it shrivels it up and makes it fall off and your prostate explodes. No more babies for you. You're good. No worries. There's a new method of extracting rare earth minerals from the ground. It's called a military invasion. Rare earth minerals are the new oil. China has the most rare earth minerals. She is the new Saddam. Did you know China has weapons of mass destruction? I'm excited for Chinese WMDs. Those are things, but really they're ideas when you think about it. Chinese WMDs are the idea of a utopia run by the Chinese Communist Party. Our ancestors in the year 3 were excited to eat some meat and fuck their hairy ass wife. Women were just happy to get some dirty uncircumcised dick every month when the men came back from killing shit. Why aren't we ecstatic that we almost had a female commander-in-chief bombing children around the world instead of an old white mongoloid? You know what people had for thousands of years? A gay ass king that got to fuck your wife when you got married. He got most of the fruits of your labor while you toiled away in a dirty field while your children died of the fucking plague. There wasn't even the slight chance your leader would be a beautiful, strong, ebony queen. A bunch of monkeys escaped from a research facility in South Carolina, and guess what? No one cares. Hello? Ebola, anyone? That's not exciting enough for you people? We could be close to battling grotesque body horror monsters like Resident Evil, and no one fucking cares. Remember when we were excited for the Star Trek future where everyone just fucks and chills and explores space and fucks aliens and debates in courtrooms? Now we're excited for the cyberpunk futures like Dread, Gattaca, and Blade Runner. People want the chips in their brains so bad so they can have the pleasure centers fried to oblivion, simulating an earth-shattering orgasm and a high dose of benzodiazepines simultaneously. People want to eat the fucking bugs. People are excited to clone themselves so they don't have to fuck to make babies, clearing time for them to grind weapon skins on Call of Duty Ukrainian warfare. They should be excited about actually fighting in Donetsk Oblast. The draft should excite young men and women. I want to fall in love with a female lieutenant while fighting in the Gaza Strip. Why aren't we excited anymore?